What's up and welcome to Boo Bash. Today we are going to be cleaning and organizing my makeup desk. I have all of the things that I got from my fall haul that I showed you guys, all the ColourPop, Hocus Pocus stuff, plus everything that I got in my BoxyCharms for my regular and my premium BoxyCharm boxes this month. They're all in this box. And I need to put everything away, but I also need to organize and clean because I haven't really done that since we moved. And I know there's probably a lot of products that either I haven't used or I won't use and I should just get rid of. I also am going to show you guys how I organize everything, how I store the unopened products, how I store the products that don't really go bad but I don't use very often, and all of those tips and tricks. So if you guys want to see that, then just keep watching. Okay, the first thing that I needed to do was just get everything out of all of my drawers. I kind of just piled everything in whenever we moved just to keep it all together, and it's become chaotic. The top drawer, I like to have all of my face stuff like my primers, concealers, foundation, setting spray, powders. Then in the next drawer, my eyebrow, mascara, eyeliner, lip liner. Then in the next drawer down, I have all of my palettes. The drawer below that, I like to have my extra products and my lip products. And the problem with this is that since moving, since getting some more products, stocking up on some things, it's gotten completely chaotic. So I needed to lay everything out so that I could see everything that I had and start sorting and organizing it. And as you can see, I have a ton of stuff. Just a conglomerate, I guess you could say, in addition to all of the ColourPop stuff and BoxyCharm stuff that I got this month. First thing that I decided to do was I took everything out of the ColourPop box, and then I used the ColourPop box kind of as my mini throwaway. So anything that I didn't want to keep or anything that I decided to throw away, I actually put in that particular box, which worked out really, really well for me. Then once everything was all set up and ready to go, I just started sorting through everything. That black caddy that you see sitting behind me is where I'm putting everything that I either bought for one specific look, I use for Halloween costumes, other types of costumes, or are products that I bought to try out but never really liked. So I started by going through all of my powders, all of my loose powders, pressed powders, bronzes, highlights, blushes, all of that. Checking everything, making sure that everything was still good, everything was not past date. Because fun fact, makeup all has expiration dates, and I'm very careful because I don't ever want to risk getting an eye infection. Then I went through all of my eyebrow pencils and supplies. For whatever reason, sometimes in my BoxyCharms, they don't send the right colors, and instead of throwing them away immediately, I just throw them in my makeup desk absent-mindedly almost, I guess. So that's one of the biggest things that I really wanted to do, was go through and clean out any and all of the colors that just don't work for me or are not my color or that I only use for Halloween. For example, I have one concealer that I got from Morphe, and it's pure white, and I got that for a Halloween costume. So that's one of the things that's in that black caddy right there, so that I can just go through everything. Went through all of my individual eyeshadow pans, like my singles. Then I'm going through all my mascaras and my eyelashes. Again, time to throw away anything that might be expired. Then I went through all of my palettes, which was quite a feat because it was essentially 2 drawers worth of palettes. Went through if I had any empty Z palettes I could pull out, and then went through realistically, am I ever going to wear any of these colors? Am I ever going to use any of these particular palettes? And it's not just eyeshadow palettes I went through. I also went through highlight contour palettes, setting palettes, blush palettes. Once I did all of those, then I went through all of my lip products. And again, checking to make sure if any of them started to clump, if any of them were past expiration date. as well as looked for what are maybe some colors that I, liked or didn't like. Once I did all of that, then it was time to start putting everything back in. One thing I noticed whenever I was putting everything back in my drawers was that everything fit so much better. No more piles, no more, ton of things sitting on top of each other that made it tough to fit things in. Everything fit into every single drawer. So the very top drawer was all of my foundations, concealers, and powder compacts. Next drawer down is all of my mascaras, eyeliners, lip liners, eyebrow. Then I'm on my palette drawer. So what I did with this one was eyeshadow palettes I put in the front, and then contour, bronze, blush, all of those palettes I put in the back. That way whenever I'm doing my makeup, I know exactly where to grab for everything. So either front or back, just again to keep everything that much more organized for myself. Once I did all of that, then I put all my lip products away. Once I got everything put away in the caddies, I went through and anything that was an extra stock up, backup, anything like that, I put in the same thing. So for example, I had some backup concealer and I put that in the same drawer as the concealer because I had the space now. Then everything that I got in this month's BoxyCharm boxes and all my Hocus Pocus ColourPop stuff took out of the boxes, and I ended up having an extra caddy. What I actually did with that was I put all of the fall palettes and everything in and then put it on top of my desk so that I can use it. In the very, very bottom drawer was where I put that black caddy that holds all of those random miscellaneous things. And there was a couple palettes I haven't tried yet, but I wasn't sure about, so I put it in there as well, just as, that way then I know it's there and I can try them before, rather than putting them into the entire thing. So I have all the boxes and then the caddy with all of the new palettes, my fall haul on my desk. Everything is just organized. I was really happy with how everything became organized. You can see that everything is easy to get, it's easily accessible. It kind of all makes sense, and it doesn't feel cluttered. The palette drawers do feel a little bit cluttered to me, but at the same hand, not the end of the world. Behind my lipsticks, I do have miscellaneous palettes I haven't even tried yet, and then you can see in the bottom, those are all those one-time Halloween type use products. That is my makeup stuff. I just need to get all my brushes clean, but I also have all my brushes organized by face and eye and sponges, and then all of my brush cleaning oils and face masks. So that is everything. I didn't really need to go through these because they're already pretty organized, and I was really happy with them, and I didn't feel like I needed to organize them. But that is my makeup desk. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. If you have anything that you want to know about how I organize, where I got the organized caddies, I guess you could call them, or anything about any products that I use, just let me know. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram for all the behind the scenes stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay spooky, everybody.